Imagine sitting in front of a plate of golden, crispy French fries. Maybe they are sitting beside a juicy burger, a perfectly cooked steak, or perhaps you are enjoying them alone with your favorite sauce. They are simple, familiar, and almost impossible to resist. But here is the fascinating thing. One of the most ordinary foods on earth has one of the most extraordinary stories hiding behind it. The French fry is not just a piece of potato thrown into hot oil. It is a food that carries centuries of history, national pride, scientific discovery, cultural identity, and even international debates. It has traveled from European street markets to battlefields, from humble working-class meals to some of the most famous restaurants in the world. Billions of people eat it every year, yet most people have never stopped to ask one simple question. How did this small strip of fried potato become one of the most loved foods in human history? Because when you really look closer, the French fry is full of mysteries. Its name creates a debate between countries. Its invention story is surrounded by myths. Its perfect texture depends on complex food chemistry. And the difference between an average fry and an unforgettable fry comes down to details that most people never even notice. The scale of humanity's love for fries is almost unbelievable. Around the world, people consume enormous amounts of fried potatoes every single day. In just a few seconds, hundreds of kilograms of fries are being eaten somewhere on the planet. Restaurants, fast food chains, street vendors, and home kitchens are constantly producing this golden snack for millions of people. But what makes this even more interesting is that the French fry is not actually treated the same way everywhere. In many countries, fries are simply considered a side dish, something that supports the main meal. But in Belgium, fries are something much bigger. They are part of national identity. Belgium has developed a relationship with fries that is unlike anywhere else. For many Belgians, going to buy fries from a local fry shop, known as a frikot, is not just about eating. It is a cultural tradition. These small fry stands are found throughout the country, and they represent a place where people from all backgrounds come together. Students, workers, families, and even politicians can stand in the same line waiting for the same paper cone filled with crispy fries. And this brings us to one of the biggest food mysteries in history. Who actually invented the French fry? For generations, many people believed the answer was Belgium. The famous story says that villagers living near the River Meuse in the late 17th century used to catch small fish and fry them as a meal. But during a particularly cold winter, the river froze, preventing fishing. According to the legend, the villagers cut potatoes into the shape of small fish and fried them instead. It is a beautiful story. It represents creativity during difficult times. It sounds exactly like the kind of story people love to pass down through generations. But there is a problem. Historical evidence suggests that this story is almost certainly not true. Food historians have examined this legend and discovered major problems with the timeline. Potatoes were not widely established in the Namur region of Belgium during the year the story supposedly happened. In fact, the potato arrived and became accepted as a food crop much later. Also, frying food in large amounts of expensive animal fat was not something poor villagers could easily afford at that time. So the famous Belgian invention story appears to be more of a national legend than historical fact. But if Belgium did not invent the French fry, then where did this iconic food actually begin? The surprising answer leads us to 18th century Paris. Before French fries became a global symbol, they were street food. They were not created inside a luxurious palace kitchen. They were not designed by famous chefs. They were created by ordinary people serving ordinary customers. In the late 1700s, Paris was a crowded, energetic city filled with workers, performers, merchants, and travelers. One of the busiest places was the Pont Neuf Bridge, a major gathering point where street vendors sold affordable food to hungry pedestrians. Among those vendors were women selling fried potatoes. These early versions were known as pommes Pont Neuf. They were inexpensive, portable, and perfect for people who wanted a quick meal while walking through the city. This is one of the reasons the French fry became so successful. Long before modern fast food existed, fries were already solving the same problem. People wanted food that was cheap, convenient, satisfying, and easy to eat. Over time, these fried potato pieces changed shape. Early versions were sometimes sliced differently, but eventually the thin stick shape became popular. The food slowly transformed from a simple street snack into the recognizable fry we know today. However, history is rarely owned by only one country. While France may have helped create the early version of the fried potato stick, Belgium played a huge role in perfecting it. This is where Belgium deserves enormous credit. The Belgian approach to fries is not just cooking. It is almost a philosophy. A Belgian fry is expected to have a specific texture, a crispy golden exterior with a soft, fluffy interior. Achieving that perfect balance requires technique, patience, and knowledge. Traditional Belgian fries are often prepared using a double frying method. This is the secret behind their famous texture. The first frying stage happens at a lower temperature. During this process, something amazing happens inside the potato. The starch molecules absorb water, expand, and transform. This creates the soft, creamy interior that makes a great fry feel almost like mashed potato wrapped inside a crispy shell. After this first cooking stage, the fries are allowed to rest. This step may seem unnecessary, but it is actually extremely important. Resting allows moisture inside the potato to redistribute and helps prepare the surface for the final frying stage. Then comes the second fry. The temperature is increased, and the fries are cooked again. This rapid exposure to high heat removes moisture from the outside and creates the crunchy crust everyone loves. But the magic does not stop there. A chemical process called the Maillard reaction begins. This is one of the most important reactions in cooking. It happens when heat causes sugars and proteins to react together, creating hundreds of new flavor compounds. That golden color, that roasted aroma, that deep savory taste. Much of it comes from this reaction. So when you bite into a perfect fry, you are not just experiencing oil and potato. You are experiencing chemistry. Another factor that separates great fries from average fries is the potato itself. Not every potato can become an amazing fry. A potato with too much moisture can create a disappointing result. It may become soft, oily, or even gummy. The ideal fry requires a potato with high starch content and lower moisture. In many parts of the world, the russet potato is popular because of its excellent frying qualities. In Belgium, one traditional favorite has been the binge potato, a variety known for producing fries with the right balance of crispiness and softness. The cooking fat also changes the final flavor. Today, many restaurants use vegetable oils because they are practical and affordable. But historically, many Belgian fry makers used beef tallow. Beef fat creates a richer flavor and adds a deeper savory quality that connects modern fries with older culinary traditions. Now we arrive at perhaps the biggest question of all. If fries have such strong connections to Belgium and France, why are they called French fries? There are several explanations. One possibility comes from the English language itself. The word French was once used as a cooking term meaning to cut food into thin strips. Similar to how Frenching a vegetable means preparing it into a specific shape. So, French fried potatoes may have originally described the method of cutting rather than the country. Another popular explanation connects the name to World War I. During the war, American soldiers were stationed in Belgium, especially in French-speaking regions. They encountered local people eating fried potatoes and loved them. Because the locals spoke French, the soldiers associated the food with France and brought home the name French fries. Whether that story is completely accurate or partly exaggerated, one thing is certain: the name became permanent. The French fry became an international superstar. It crossed oceans. It became a symbol of American fast food culture. It appeared beside hamburgers, sandwiches, and countless meals around the world. It became so famous that even politics could not avoid it. In 2003, during disagreements between the United States and France over the Iraq War, Some American lawmakers temporarily renamed French fries freedom fries in certain government cafeterias. The change did not last because some names become too deeply connected to culture to replace. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of the French fry. It is a reminder that even the simplest things around us often have hidden stories. A potato cut into strips and fried in oil carries the history of farmers, street vendors, immigrants, soldiers, chefs, scientists, and entire nations. It represents creativity because someone once looked at a potato and imagined something different. It represents culture because countries built traditions around it. It represents science because achieving perfection requires understanding chemistry. And it represents humanity because almost everyone, regardless of language or background, can share the simple happiness of eating something crispy, warm, and delicious. So the next time you pick up a fry, remember that you are not just eating a snack. You are holding a tiny piece of culinary history, a food that traveled from European streets to become a global obsession. A food surrounded by myths, debates, and discoveries. A food that proves sometimes the most ordinary things have the most extraordinary stories. Because behind every golden French fry is a journey that is far more fascinating than most people ever imagined.